Leading Eurosceptics hailed Boris Johnson for making Britain an independent nation once again with his historic Brexit deal. The Prime Minister won widespread praise after signing off a 1,246-page agreement that leaves the UK free to set its own future from January 1. Mr. Johnson defied opponents to secure control of laws and borders while retaining tariff and quotas for free trade of goods across the Channel. Commons leader Jacob Rees-Mogg said that Britain is now a sovereign nation again. Reform UK leader Nigel Farage raised concerns about the agreement reached on fishing quotas. But while there will be skirmishes to come, he said, the war is over. Imperfect though this new EU treaty may be, we have made the most colossal step forward, he said. Leaving the EU is the biggest constitutional change in our country for 300 years. This may not be perfect, but the war is over. Tory Brexiteers were tonight pushing for the full agreement to be published so they can carry out line-by-line scrutiny as quickly as possible. A star chamber of senior Tory Eurosceptics will check the document to make sure that its provisions genuinely protect the sovereignty of the United Kingdom. The group will set out its conclusions on the merits of the deal before MPs return to Parliament to vote on the agreement next week. Sir Ian Duncan Smith, former Conservative Party leader, said, beneath the spin, bits and pieces of important detail are starting to emerge that raise questions. That's why the Gov should now release the full text. Ex-Brexit Secretary David Davis says he wants to spend a lot longer than one day scrutinizing the deal properly because this treaty is for the rest of our lives. Mr. Johnson said the document will be the basis of a happy and successful and stable partnership with our friends in the EU for years to come. He said it meets the goals set out during the 2016 campaign to take back control and covers trade worth around £660 billion. The agreement allows goods and components to be sold without tariffs and quotas in the EU market. Allegations of unfair competition will be judged by an independent third-party arbitration panel with the possibility of a proportionate response. The Prime Minister acknowledged he had been forced to give ground on his initial demands on fishing. Fishing makes up 0.12% of the UK's economy, but the negotiations went down to the wire over what EU boats are allowed to catch in UK waters. In the future, 25% of EU boats' fishing rights in UK waters will be transferred to the UK fishing fleet, over a period of 5.5 years.